Well, thank you everyone for joining Holden at Bellevue. We are extremely thrilled to have you here today. I am Michelle, Executive Director, along with Jennifer, Director of Sales and Marketing, and Colette as well. She is also Director of Sales and Marketing. Now I'd like to introduce our guest, who is not only a former talk show host, but also a radio personality, a Holocaust survivor, a former sniper, a 80s pop culture icon who has written over 44 books about sex and currently has a documentary that has just been released to Hulu. She is 93 years old and still going strong. Please, let's all give a very warm welcome to the one and only Dr. Ruth.
Hey, thank you. These days, what I do is mostly on Zoom because I belong to the endangered species because I'm 93. So these days, I have been vaccinated, of course. I'm waiting for my booster shot, like all of you. And I'm making the best of the situation that I can. I'm very fortunate. I can still talk. I can still do Zoom, even so I don't touch the computer. Right now, my son Joel is all the way in Canada, not far from Ottawa. He lives in Ottawa, and he's helping me. Sometimes it's my son Joel, a big shot doctor of education. Sometimes it's my daughter Miriam, also doctorate of education. So I'm in very good company. So I will try to answer. I want to tell you something. So that all of you should know right away, if I don't know an answer, I'm not guessing. I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm going to say either I'll find out or I'm going to say, I don't know. So these days, the most important thing for all of us, especially for people like me who live alone, is to make sure to keep social contact alive. I talk a lot on the phone since a year and a half already. Usually in the summer, I visit Israel. I give lectures on sex and on aging, on anything that they need. And then I go to Switzerland, not this year. This year, I'm very careful. I listen to the instructions of those people who know, and I did get vaccinated like all of you, I'm sure. So I told you, now I'm waiting for that booster. I'm not talking to anybody but you right now. And the most important thing in order to keep your morale up is for those people like myself who live alone, to make sure that you are on the phone, to make sure that you talk to some people. Even if you hear is advice number one, let's suppose you didn't talk to somebody for a long time. Pick up the phone and tell them something positive. Don't start telling about your diseases. Nobody else wants to know about my or your problems. Say something positive. For example, I have a granddaughter, Leora, who yesterday went for her first initiation at New York University Law School. Hallelujah. All of you say hallelujah. My second granddaughter, Michal, lives in Canada, and she is going for Masters in Public Health. That fits all of you people. And then medical school. I have a grandson, Ben, in Canada, who is starting college, who did so well in his first year of college that I bought him a guitar. And then I have a grandson, Ari, who is 31, who is in New York, and who is already working with computers. Don't ask me what he does, because that's one topic I know about sex. but I know nothing about computers. So I let other people, like your young women there, and Matthew and other people, do all of the computer stuff. So what else I want to tell you? The one thing that I want you to take away from this is not to talk about your diseases. Everybody has some. Don't talk about it. Nobody can help you except your health professional, and just find something positive. The positive can be even something from the past. Please watch. You already heard about the documentary. I love that documentary. It's on Hulu. Please watch it. And if you watch it, think of me. Okay, Michelle, let me hear the question.
Hi, Dr. Ruth.
Hi.
I have Sue Donovan here, and she is going to ask you the first question.
Yes, please. Hi, Sue.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Hi.
I am so thrilled to see you and hear you.
Thank you. Give me the question so the others
Okay,
can
darling.
hear.
Chop, chop. All right. What advice would you give to family members caring for loved ones with Alzheimer's?
Wonderful question. Matthew already has the title of the book, Dr. Ruth's Guide for the Alzheimer Caregiver. But let me tell you the most important sentence in that book. When somebody calls the caregiver and says, "What can I do for you?" Don't say nothing. It's under control. I'm doing fine. The contrary, say, "Please, can you come tomorrow at 10:30 and stay with the Alzheimer's patient so I, the caregiver, can go and have my hair done?" Say something that that person can do for you, not just to say, "No, thank you, it's under control." It's a terrible disease. We all know it. Don't dwell on it. There's nothing you can do about it. Only those healthcare researchers hopefully will find a cure fast. So right now, please read the book, Dr. Ruth's Guide for the Alzheimer's Caregiver. I'm giving you good advice for the caregiver so that you keep up your spirit, you keep up your smiles and your good mood, not just for the Alzheimer patient, but for yourself. Okay, I see the gentleman waiting.
His name is Ron, Dr. Ruth, and he is from Washington Heights, and he'd like to ask you a question.
Okay, come here on.
Actually, Dr. Ruth, we met many years ago, about 50 plus years ago.
Did we dance together or not?
I think we met in the street and in the park.
Okay, and for Tryon Park. I'm still on the board. Guess what? Listen, guess what? We just got 500 tulip bulbs.
Oh,
for free.
Oh, how wonderful!
From Holland. For Fort Tryon Park. I'm on the board of Fort Tryon Park. Listen, they are short and vibrant with color. I've never seen tulips like that. So you come back to Washington Heights in the spring. We're having a party and a fundraiser, okay?
Oh, sounds wonderful. I have a curious question for you. Since you're now using computers, do you ever look at the gaming that's going on to see how the gaming sex would work better?
What is gaming sex?
What people make avatars, which are pseudo images of themselves to play the games with, that are made up characters, and then they go around party.
Thank God that I only talk. I'm not computer literate. However, listen carefully. Please, all of you, please be careful, because as you know, I don't ever talk about politics, but I'm using that one now for you. Washington Heights, listen carefully. Use the computer, play all the games you want, get sexually aroused, masturbate, but not on the screen. somebody just lost his job
Oh,
because he did that, and a television person, he didn't realize that computer can see everything loud and clear. Washington Heights, listen, bring yourself to sexual satisfaction, have the fantasies you want. I'm going to check out what that gaming is tomorrow, but do not do anything online. Is that good advice?
thank you so much, dear. And sei gesund.
Sei gesund. That means stay healthy. Okay. Wonderful guy from Washington Heights. Applaud him for the question.
That was for you. Now we have Chris.
Yes.
She'd also like to ask you something.
Yes.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Dr. Ruth. Nice to meet you.
Thank you,
I'm
Chris.
a big fan. I'm a big, big fan.
Make sure you watch the documentary.
I will. I
Okay.
will. I
Go
will
ahead.
tonight.
Go ahead.
I'll watch it tonight. I promise.
Wonderful.
Okay, so here's my question. What other forms of sex can seniors have with one another?
Okay. First of all, loud and clear, Chris. It doesn't have to be simultaneous. Let's
What?
suppose it doesn't have to be together. Let's suppose she wants to have more orgasms than he can have intercourse. Give her an orgasm. Use a vibrator. Use anything. There is one vibrator I suggest that's called an erosilator, because the men in Switzerland who found that one was the first to bring out an electric toothbrush. That made me laugh. So I said, anybody who can do an electric toothbrush can do an erosilator vibrator. Listen carefully. Sex for older people in the mornings, not at night when you're tired. In the morning, it's easier for him to obtain an erection and it's better for her after a good night's sleep to have an orgasm. And it doesn't have to be at the same time. It doesn't have to be intercourse. It can be just pleasuring each other. In these difficult times right now, even more important, if the relationship is good, sex can be wonderful. Tell all your friends I said so.
Okay, I will tell them. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Doctor. You've really got this crowd going right now.
Okay.
So this is Janet,
Hi,
and I'm
Janet.
going to let her address you.
Hi, Dr. Ruth. My name's Janet. I actually work for the Alzheimer's Association, and thank you for everything that you're doing
Yeah,
to
please
help
tell them.
caregivers.
Tell them about the book. It's for
Oh,
the caregiver.
Dr. Ruth has a
And-
book. I think there's copies here, and we are spreading your word loud and clear.
And it's paperback. It's cheap.
It's that we will let them know. Thanks so much for everything you're doing. So I have a question. So not only am I working for the Alzheimer's Association, my parents have been married for 63 years. My mom's still pinching my dad's butt, and she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's eight years ago. My dad's 89 and he is her full-time caregiver. And so I'm going to be seeing them today because my dad needs a break. So here's my question for you. What's a senior substitute for sex?
A substitute. There's no substitute. However, you as the daughter stay out of your parents' sex life. That's not your role. However, if your father, the caregiver, feels like having sex, he should masturbate. I'm not saying you should take another woman, especially not these days, because I'm worried about sexually transmitted diseases. I've always worried about AIDS and gonorrhea, but you stay out of his sex life. However, you tell him to watch the movie, because in the movie, I also talk about masturbation. Don't ask him if he masturbates. That's none of your business. But I'm telling you a secret. Listen carefully. I hope he does masturbate. I hope it has to be in the mornings when the testosterone level is highest. And I hope he can bring himself to sexual satisfaction so that he is satisfied. But you, the daughter, stay out of his sex life.
I will take your words of wisdom and thank you. And congratulations on a wonderful book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on up. We have a gentleman for you.
Yes,
A young gentleman.
Hi, Dr. Ruth. My name's Daryl. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I actually recall back in the 70s catching you on TV with my mother at times. So
Yes.
it goes way back. Yeah. And the question I have is, do you think people are living longer? And if so, why or how can they live longer?
I do not know. I'm 93. So you and I are a good example of people living longer. And we should be grateful. I'm not saying it has all to do with sex. But I tell you what it has to do with your being able to be interested in life. So I want you to watch tonight on Hulu the documentary film, and you will learn in addition the joie de vivre. Joie de vivre means zest for life. That's what keeps people young. And we are lucky because you and I are an endangered species, but we are healthy. Good luck tonight.
Oh, thank you. Best of luck to you too. And happy health.
Thank you. Okay.
Good questions.
This is fun. Okay, let's see. We have Jane for you, Dr. Ruth.
Hi,
Jennifer.
Dr. Ruth.
Hi.
Here's my question is, what do you do at 93 to take care of yourself?
I talk a lot from morning till night. Goodbye. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. You'll see what I do all day long.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
Thank you.